Hey. Hey guys, welcome back to the Juxtaposition. This is episode 10. 10. 10. 10. That means this has been 10 weeks, guys.
10 weeks?
10 of them things.
That's crazy.
That's a good milestone. Don't touch you. 10.
10 whole episodes.
How does it feel to have 10 episodes? Starting with
Janet. Christmas, my true love gave to me. I feel we're not deep yet, but I mean it doesn't feel like 10 episodes. It feels like a lot more.
It does.
But I mean, we need to get deeper in the game. 20 episodes deep, and then I'll feel a little solidified.
Yeah. I hear that. Me, it feels like we've been 30 episodes in, man.
It's hard work, man. Hard work.
I'm exhausted, man. Dealing with these two. These guys come late all the time. And I'm hungry,
guys,
too.
Guys, guess what? Actually, today's Black Friday. Well, it's going to be Cyber Monday by the time it gets... but it's Black Friday.
What does that have to do with me being hungry?
Happy Thanksgiving to all my Americans.
I'm here hungry, and these guys come Hollywood time. Time. We're supposed to start.
You gotta look pretty.
We're supposed to start at a certain time.
No, we don't. No, don't say that. Oh, I mean, no, we don't.
Come on, be professional.
It's supposed to be around 4. No, because if I come off of work, I ain't gonna be looking like a bum.
We need to stop working on Fridays. That's what you need to stop.
It's not my fault. I gotta work.
You can make a
stop complaining. An adjustment to your schedule. Well, exactly. It's not my fault. I put it up to 2:30. That's the latest, the earliest.
Don't work on Fridays. No. Look, it's dark. It's daylight savings.
It's winter. What do you expect?
My gosh. Anyways, how you feel about the 10?
Extra.
How you feel about the 10 episodes?
I'm excited. I'm happy. 10 feels like 100 episodes, but. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I'm so excited for Christmas. I'm sporting a red lip, just to bring the holiday season in. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's okay. Go.
Oh, I was going to know. I don't want to interject it. Oh, go ahead. Are you done? But I'm wearing Hazy Toronto. This is a black-owned business. You guys can't see. Hazy.
Where can they find it? Come on, you're not even...
Don't worry, I'm going to... Can I? She's going to put the link in the description. I will put the link literally right here when we edit the video.
The link is definitely not going.
No,
she don't know how to do that. She don't know how to do it.
I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the description.
It's going to be up here. Just up there. Watch, it's going to be up there.
Well, it could be up here. It could be down here.
Yeah, so don't promise the people that's going to be right here.
It will be.
You ain't that. You ain't there yet, bruh. Okay, let's get to our topic. Let's get to our topic. So our topic today is Janet.
Drum roll, please.
Don't. The audio is gonna. I said, don't do it on the table. Being a Christian in the workplace.
Wow.
So when Timmy asks you hey Nana, you want to go get a drink at the bar? You're like, bro, get out of my face. But no, all seriousness.
Why is it always Timmy? I need to know why. Timmy's actually probably in...
Listen, Timmy was in what episode? The Fallout. Timmy is my next door neighbor dog that barks every day. I open the window, I say, Timmy, stop barking, stop. And he actually listens to me. Bernice, am I wrong?
Timmy is not the dog's name.
He listens to me. I can't even say it. If you come to my house, he barks. He's just barking out the window.
Why do you want them to come to your house?
I don't know. If you when I open up the window, I say, Timmy, stop talking, stop barking. Mm-hmm. It's nighttime. He stops. I said
to him all the time, that's his friend.
I don't care.
That's part of his community. They're one.
Anyways. So guys, my first question to all of us is, what was your experience being a Christian in the workplace? So maybe we could say where you work. Because one episode you didn't want to say where you work. So
I don't want to say where I work.
Why?
I mean, whoever watches it. You know why? Because when I say where I work, everybody's going to be like, oh, you work there? And that's the one thing I hate. You have discount? Yeah, you have discount.
She works for Jordan. I don't care. I'll say where I worked at the time where... Well, okay, yeah. Well, sorry. Your experience being in the workplace as a Christian, Bernice or Wale?
I mean,
You can generalize it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get a clothing store.
Yeah, I work in retail. That's
exactly.
There you go. I work in retail. Honestly, it doesn't really, I really don't care, but it just
retail.
Yeah. So retail. I work in retail. Being a Christian in the workplace, at first
compared to it from starting work or
to
now.
Okay,
because there's a difference.
Yeah.
Right?
So when I first started at the job that I'm at right now, currently, I wasn't really like strong in my faith like that. Like I obviously, my thing was be a good person. That was my thing. Be a good person. So being a good person is now being kind to people, helping them out, all that stuff that encompasses being a good person. But like people knew that I was a Christian because I would always say I can't work Sundays because I have church. And so they would understand, oh, like Bernice, like, you know, she has church on Sundays, like, oh, Bernice doesn't swear, or like there was a point in time where like when people were around me, they would swear and be like, oh, sorry Bernice, you can't, or yeah, like they would be like, oh, sorry Bernice, I'm sorry, you can't, I didn't
sorry
mean
to me, no.
Yeah, like I don't know, but there was a point where I like, yeah, I don't think you guys need to swear, like there's no need to swear, but yeah, people knew that I was a Christian, but I wasn't really like the Bible thumper, or like the person's like, if you walk around you can't say whatever, like you can't talk about things and stuff like that. So but I don't know how deep I'm supposed to go with my story.
That's enough. She can talk a lot.
I know, I think I'm
gonna that's enough for her.
No,
because you're gonna have to expand some more.
Okay, sorry.
Janet.
Oh, okay. I was thinking this.
You're rude.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. I'm actually joking. Like, you need to relax.
I know.
Alright, so don't take it serious. Why is your eyes watering?
No, but
why is your eyes watering? Why is your eyes watering? Why are you crying?
She's getting affected.
Why are you crying? Did I hit you?
No, but people who are listening to this could be like, that was kind of rude.
My bad, people. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Okay, continue.
Okay, my turn.
How about you?
Sorry, you're saying it's none of a beer and then you're interrupting Janet. That's not good.
Sorry, Janet.
You do that all the time.
Oh my gosh. Can we take our problems off air? Golly.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I think the same thing I would say is like, they knew I was a Christian, but I would say not really. I don't know. But the Sundays is the same thing. I would say the Sundays is the same thing. I think even at one point, literally, I had to write a letter.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I had to write a letter and get a letter. At the time, I can shout out Canada's Wonderland. At that time, I was working at Canada's Wonderland. So, but I had to go to my church at the time. Well, still at the time, but yeah, at that time, and like get a written letter to go, someone to sign it and to hand it in, because they couldn't believe me. I kept saying, I can't work Sundays. Mans used to keep putting me on Sundays. I said, stop. Okay, I'm gonna get I was like, you need a letter to prove that it's a religious holiday.
That's crazy.
And I
because
said, fine.
With work, they take kind of religious things serious. Because even with like Muslims, they let them go step out and pray.
Exactly.
So
like, I mean, Christianity, I feel like, is always sometimes, it's like, you can pray whatever, because there's Saturday church, Sunday church. Like, it could kind of be like, oh, you just want to take the day off or whatever. But yeah, that was a big thing too. So I kind of got annoyed. But like, after that point, it was like, they knew, like, I can't work on Sundays, which I'm thankful that they respected it. But like, to go all through that process to get to that point I find it a little bit much compared to like all the other religions that they, because it's on the calendar or something like that. That's why they respect it more. So yeah.
For me, they used to call me the church boy, or
I got that too.
They used to, like she said, oh, we can't swear around you, or they'll call me the unicorn because I wouldn't swear. Like, oh my gosh, like, you don't swear, you don't even say, and then they'll try to say this.
Yeah,
I
like,
say,
swear.
no, like, I don't want to swear, like, you know. But, yeah, even if I would try to take Sundays off, they would know I'll be going to church. And then that, like, conversation, like, how come you can't work Sundays? It's like, I go to church. It's kind of awkward sometimes at the time, because it was like, like do I have to dive into like I'm a Christian?
Do
like,
you also feel like sometimes, at least for me, I'm going to speak on my end, that like they'd be like, oh, you go to church, okay, but that means that you can still work like 2 to 6, right? Like,
yeah,
I said,
can't
nah, I want to take the whole day off.
Can't you do this?
Yeah.
I said no.
Yeah.
It's my
It's
Sabbath.
the Sabbath
My
day.
Sabbath day.
I don't want to rush and go to church and then after go to work.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like it was annoying sometimes, to be honest. It was kind of like a touchy situation. I didn't really want to dive into it in my earlier walk with God. But yeah, like, did you guys ever try to hide? How did you guys ever try to hide your Christianity?
I never did, but I was never confident, like bold enough to continue to speak up
I was
about
gonna finish my question.
Oh, sorry.
I said, were you bold enough?
No, but that's what I said.
Yeah, I was gonna finish my question.
Well, I'm gonna answer. Thanks for the question. Yeah, I think like people. Once again, people knew, but it wasn't like a bold thing. Like I wouldn't really speak about it. They kind of like knew because I went to church. And I would say, "Oh, sorry, I can't come because of church." So when they hear that, I'm like, "Yeah,
They're like,
you know,
yeah, okay,
she's
yeah.
a Christian." But once again, I played the overall. It was more so I was the good person. Like
Yeah, you just didn't do any wrong or like
it was I was a good person. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't get into any arguments. I always try to make sure everybody was cool and I was cool with people. That was my thing. Like that's how they knew me as
stay in the safe zone.
Yeah, like, and it's not just because I was Christian. It was just like, you know, and I think they kind
That's how the way you brought up.
they kind of encompass that as being a Christian, like being the good person.
Yeah.
Right, but obviously it's more than just being a good person. And yeah, like I wasn't really like. Now today, there's a lot of Christians at my workplace. I know at least at least 4 or 5, and I didn't know that when I first started. There was barely maybe 1 or 2 that I knew of, and now it's like no, this.
Don't you feel like it makes you feel so much more comfortable? Like, oh my gosh,
It makes me feel comfortable, but I'm not as like I don't know, like I feel like I have to reach out more to them.
Yeah.
Because sorry, this might be a sidetrack, but I feel sometimes when we're around Christians, we always feel like, oh, like a sense of righteousness where I'm like, I'm a better Christian than you. In my head, I'm like thinking like it's a competition, like, oh, like
I can see why you say
you can't like, I don't know.
I never really thought that.
I feel like
I get what you're
interesting
saying. I think I get what you're saying.
I feel like sometimes like it could be like
why is she doing that?
No, because with the Christians in my workplace,
we don't even talk to like the Christians in my workplace. We don't even talk about God.
Yes, and that's
we just know that we're Christians,
and that's what I'm saying. You know that you're Christians, but it's not like a community of like we're Christians together.
Because man just want to come in, do their work, and go home.
Yeah, exactly. And so
but they're probably at the same level as you,
and that's what I'm saying. You know, it'd be very. I would love to have a conversation like with people in my workplace who are Christians, because they say it. I see that on Instagram. They do. Like, they put it out there. They're bold. Like, they, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the workplace, they don't really speak about it.
That's a hard place for most people to kind of intertwine their faith.
I think people don't want to step on people's toes. And because it's so multicultural, at your workplace, especially your workplace, that you have so many different backgrounds and religions. Where some people don't want to, like, offend anyone, or they want to get fired or something like that. So they just want to keep it strictly work. I'm coming in to do my work, you know? And for me, it was more so, I don't even know if I was bold, like, to be honest. Like, I think, I'm just trying to remember when I worked with a lot of people. Like, yeah, they knew I went to church or something like that, but I would still entertain the jokes.
Yeah,
they were, and it would be so hard because they would be saying a joke, and it's like they would say, like, I don't know, yo, you seen that girl's bum? Like, say you seen that girl's bum? Like, no, not even say that. No, let's not say that. They say like they'll say an inappropriate joke, and then what am I supposed to do? This look at her feet like.
No, but I would.
But intent, I want to make them feel comfortable, so I'll be like, like I think like last week I was oh my gosh, can you believe I was doing a transaction on the debit machine, and then I'm like, there's no tap, can you insert for me? And then some white guy, 30-something, 40-year-old, that's what she said, haha, and I'm like, like, what are you, like, that's not funny, bro.
No, but
like,
honestly,
get out of here.
No, but like a lot of us do that though. A lot of us
we conform. We conform.
No, but it's because you don't want to be like,
you don't want to hurt them or disrespect.
Oh, not even they're gonna be put back by it. Like it's just a joke.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Yeah, but like, come on, bro. Like, no.
I did it. Like I think I had one one person who was a Christian, and then one was a Muslim. But they gave, like, when I look back at it, I said they gave them so much respect because she was able to pray whenever she wanted to pray, like, and stuff like that. But, like, when that girl, what's it called, came in as a Christian, I was just, like, so, like, I felt like, like, you know what? I have somebody, and, like, that person's not, like, no joke Christian. Like, people know that she's a Christian. She don't play no games. And, like, I think one of the things that I compromised on is, like, the music. When we play music and we put our phones in.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And, like, or, like, after work and they're playing music.
What is your middle?
What do you want to put? What music do you want to put on?
What's your middle? What's your middle?
My middle is hopefully nothing that has swearing in it, but anything, like,
inspirational,
pop, or, like, something that's, like, because we weren't allowed to play music that was, like,
religious.
Not religious, but, like, that had a lot of swearing in it anyways.
Oh, yeah. I see.
During, like, the day anyways. So, but, like, I remember one time, I think one girl played the music, and my ears were just like, no, I don't want it. She's like, oh, do you want to put it on? I was like, yeah.
Oh, after work, right?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, whatever you want to put on.
And she put it on, and
she put it on, I was like, oh.
What did she put on? What did she put on?
Something that was just...
What did it sound like?
It was a lot of...
She's the very... I'm joking.
Something like best mega dance. Basically, stuff like that. And I was just like, do you like this music? And you had to kind of just be like, I mean, I don't
Or
mind
even
it.
on the music tip when we're at the gym when it was open, guys.
These guys?
Hey! My law officer!
My law officer, please. Please. It was 2 weeks ago. Please. When we're at the gym 2 weeks ago, and then there was one day when we're working out and we're listening to gospel music for the first time. Well, like, I didn't really know. Like, Bernice and
I have a name.
Bernice and Jermaine were saying, yo, like, gospel music is actually good to work out to. And I didn't know. So I gave it a try. I played it. And it was so great. Like, it was actually great.
What did you guys listen to? I don't know.
Like, we listened to Victory Belongs to Jesus, Voice of God.
Yeah, that was some
Maverick
good stuff,
City
man.
Music.
That was some good stuff, man.
Yeah.
So then, I think the following week after that, when we're still allowed to go to the gyms, someone else was there. So pretend there was 5 of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That were all Christians.
Yeah, yeah.
I know we're all Christians.
There was one other
someone
person.
else was there, and I know she was in the Christian... Actually, I don't know. But I know what type of music she likes.
It wasn't known to as what music.
So
like other type of music other than like gospel.
Yes.
So I noticed that she was there, so I was like, I want to play my gospel, but let me just conform and make her feel comfortable.
Isn't that crazy how?
Which
isn't
is
that
so
crazy
sad.
how like only one person can do that?
Stop
to
the wow.
Can
I'm
make
back.
you feel uncomfortable.
And then there's like 5 people who are literally backing you up, and you're just like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. Yeah. It's crazy because it would in their mind it's probably like if you played all worship music, in their mind it's like, well, I guess I gotta. Like, I'm the only one, so I guess I gotta kind of conform.
But the person was vocal. She's vocal, so she would let you know, yo, why are you playing this?
Yeah, but then you have 5 people backing you up. Yeah. It's crazy how, like, and it's not, it has nothing to do with this, but I feel like it's more so, like, the judgment in our minds.
Yes,
like,
yes,
okay, if this person sees me next, they'll be like, oh, this person doesn't know anything about good music.
Yes.
And so now it's, like, judgment, like, based on your music choice or how you talk or what you do.
And I was sad because I didn't even like, I mean, the mix was cool, but
it wasn't,
I didn't like, I wanted, like, we're cycling. I liked the inspirational gospel music, and I was kind of sad. So maybe next time, like...
Trust me, I try to do the same thing at work. Like, I think I tried to play a gospel. I was so scared. I don't know. Like, it was like I was trembling, like, just being like... It's kind of like Christian, but it's not really Christian. And I would always go with Lecrae, anything rap.
Yeah, Lecrae's my middle ground.
Middleman to keep me safe. Mm-hmm. And then some people would be like, "Oh, what's that song?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Lecrae," you know. And, like, you feel like happy a little bit. So,
but you know how Maverick City is when they're literally like, if you're hearing the music through your earphones, they're literally like probably on the floor, like crying and singing, and it's like oh my god, like. I'm gonna be playing this, and then they're like, "Oh my god, this is kind of serious." Like, they're crying in these songs.
I think
why does it be like that, bro?
Even like the workplace, like for me, like, oh gosh, you don't even know the music choices. Listen, don't get it twisted. I like R&B and all that stuff. I love it. It's great music. Like
there's some that is
like some of them are
so,
but there's the current songs that we be listening to.
You guys know, people know Wagwan.
I don't even think sometimes we don't even listen to the lyrics until it's played on. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, and
is that what they're saying?
And especially it's not in the front, like on the floor in the front store, like where it's not like they're playing these crazy songs. It's like the regular
pop.
But when you're in the back and you're processing, shipping, and receiving area, and they have all this music, and it's like
makes your head hurt, man.
Yeah, I said, what kind of music is this? I swear word after swear word, and the language. It's like, and they're talking about sexual stuff. I said, how is this good music? I really need to understand. And then what happens is that your mind, like you start creating pictures in your mind with the words that they're saying. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this is not good.
Yeah.
Like it's really not good. Like just a word can make you go into
your imagination can
just be
wide open.
And so what I do, which I love when I open, they allow us to. I mean, I don't know if it's allowed, but people do it regardless. But I would take my phone and put my AirPods in and listen to worship music because I need to start.
You use one AirPod?
Yeah. We don't do two because you don't want to be like, yo.
I do see.
But I would put worship music on, and it's so calming. It gives you a sense of like peace. Like I don't have to hear this one go in
the morning. You're trying to like get your head straight.
I said, okay, listen, don't get me twisted. Pop Smoke, rest in peace. But it's great when it's like later on in the day, but
in the
morning,
Pop
Smoke in the morning.
It's like I can't concentrate. Like, why are we doing this? Why do you have this type of energy that we're going towards?
That's what I loved when I opened. Oh my gosh. I would just open by myself, put in my thing. Yeah. The whole it would be so nice. I'd be doing my stuff, and then I had to turn it off and feel like, oh man, like now I gotta put in regular music on. So.
But I think there's one time where they asked me like, Bernice, yo, put your music on. I said in my mind, I said it.
No, please.
I can't do that. I can't do that because
not yet.
You guys are gonna be like, Bernice, what is this?
Yeah,
you know, and I really
we should challenge ourselves to try.
No, if anything, I'm not gonna put a whole playlist. I'll put a 1-2 song.
Mix it.
I'll cue it into the thing.
Yes.
Like, something like, oh, what is this? You know what I mean? And obviously, sometimes you don't want to put super slow songs because it's not that type of environment. But maybe I'll try
to pick a playlist that's kind of like
upbeat.
Slow, because you can honestly search up music that is like
there's so many songs
so
out
many
there.
in between. Yeah, I mean Spotify has the upbeat gospel stuff.
Yeah,
but like even in the environment, you start to pick up traits of like their language or stuff like that, and I don't like that.
You did
like,
that?
No, I don't swear. I don't swear. But like certain things, trust me, you if you're there for 8 hours, 5 days a week,
I think you let it slide.
With a bunch of people, you pick up at least something. And
what would you say you picked up? If
when I worked at Foot Locker, that was 2018.
We don't have to do.
No, I gotta tell people that's 2018. Maybe when a certain girl comes into the store. And then someone will come up to me like, yo, you see how sweet she is? She's super sweet. Oh, Eric, would you talk to her? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this person that's telling me this has a girlford too.
Don't even get me started.
Bro, are you serious, fam? Like, first of all, I said, bro, your waist. And second of all, like women are not objects. Like, why you guys look at them like objects?
But then you were like, oh, yeah.
And then I'll be like, yeah, she's sweet still. Or I'll be in the back, yo, Eric, come outside. There's a sweet girl. And then I'll be like, all right, let me go look. Then I'll go look. I'll go look at this girl, see how pretty she is. And it's like, well, what are you doing, bro? Like, that's not it.
Yeah, to bang off what you're saying about people who have girlfriends and I said, listen, if your girlfriend was in this room, would you be acting like this?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly. And they've been together for so long. It's like, that's not nice. That's not nice.
It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right. If I could take video, record you guys and send it, y'all be in big trouble.
These people don't want to be in a relationship, okay? It's just, it's a placeholder. And then whatever else, they feel like they can roam when... The relationship turns off and on. When they go outside, it's off. They don't have any girlfriend or boyfriend. Well, when they go in outside,
but I think it's just I think it's a habit of
that too.
That's the thing that they normally do. It's just a habit of like being that type of person in that environment, or they just like to be liked once again, or conforming to what everybody else is saying. Like, oh, look at that girl, she's so sweet, and you still have a girlfriend on the outside. But you say, like,
my God.
What? Let me see. Let me just look
Let me see.
at
What are you looking at,
you know
Reggie?
what I mean? So, like, but yeah, like, being Christian in the workplace is a hard thing to do.
Well, now in your now that your faith is stronger, guys, like, what's the new tactics you use, or how do you like act now in the workplace?
You know what? Before, I don't want to talk too much because last time I think I talked too much. But
Bro,
like,
just talk. Like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing?
but no, before, like, especially when I first started and I wasn't strong in the faith, I would, since there were so many guys, I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow, there's guys here, like, there's
It's
so
guy heaven.
Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't work with them. This one is cute. This one's cute. This one's cute. This one's cute. And so you do things, you know.
How long have you been working at your place? You could say that.
6 years, going on 7.
Okay.
Which is crazy. But when I first started, I was in high school.
Oh.
So
okay.
it was grade 11.
Oh.
Grade 11 going into retail. So, like, you know, you're a teenager, you'd be like, wow, listen, I never had a boyfriend in my life before. So I was like, wow, like, maybe I could potentially find a man in my workplace. And so, like, during that time, I would not do things, but in the back of my mind.
No, you
like,
would do things. Come on, let's.
No. I didn't do things like that. In my back of my mind, I would want to do things, but I never acted out on it because I was too shy or too, like I don't want people.
The fear of God was in you.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, let me say that.
The
like,
fear of God was very instilled.
Like, that's not you. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not you. That's not something you do. Like, don't fall into what everybody else is doing and how they act. But in my mind, I'd be like, oh, I should just, you know, do a little touch like this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, stop it! Like,
yeah. Trust me. I know those. What are you doing? I don't like that. No, stop. I don't like work husbands and work wives. That's real.
No, it's real.
It's so real. Like, continue.
But like, but as I continue to get stronger in my faith, I was like, listen, like, I'm sorry, I don't think I could date anybody in the workplace because.
In your workplace.
No, actually, let me not say that because sometimes you could find somebody in the workplace. Yes. Let me not say that. But I wouldn't conform to finding somebody because you can change your attitudes and behaviors just so that you can get somebody because you like them.
You've really seen this person a couple times.
Right? So you work with them all the time, and so when you begin to do that. So when you begin to do that, you're like, oh, well, this person only reacts or responds to me when I do this. So I have to keep doing it. You know what I mean? And so you start kind of letting your spiritual life or your Christian walk or whatever you believe in kind of fade away. And then like trickle into like, okay, you know what? Let me wear something, you know, that's a little bit more. Yeah. Or, you know, let me
come best dressed today.
Let me come best dressed today, or let me put a little bit more makeup on today, or let me fix my hair, or whatever it is, or let me, you know, go around and be around them or walk in front of them and like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things. Trust me, it's not even only me. I know a lot of people who in my workplace you do that. I said, you guys need to stop. You need to stop.
They're trying to get a man.
It's true, but like that's not how you get a man because the only reason why they're attracted to you. No, but the only reason that they're attracted to you because you're doing something that they like. You're basically selling yourself. Yeah. You know, but not your personality or your character. You're just selling your physical appearance.
It will fizzle out. They will get what they want, and then
that's
drop it exactly like a fly.
And there's multiple relationships in my workplace that have fizzled out, and it's awkward.
I want to ask a question. So like, when you're like in the workplace and sometimes like you have friends or like associates, maybe you're not like friends or whatever, and you try to give them advice. Do you give a Christian advice or do you give them
as of right now?
As of right and before. I mean, you can give whatever you want.
Well, that was gonna be right now. I right now I don't really work with a lot of people, but if I'm talking to my manager,
or you can go from before too if you want to. At that time,
actually, yes, I would give people advice, and it will come from a Christian standpoint. But now it's stronger, you know. And me and my manager would have in-depth conversations, and I try to ask her questions and talk about her mental health and stuff like that. But that's how I use myself as a vessel onto others. I try to give them advice and be there for them because most of them are working more than me, and they're doing all these hours and the work
deep in the job.
is their life, and it's like, yo, who who are you unloading to?
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to be that person for them so they can vent and stuff like that. But
same. Sometimes I be like, I think, well, all I know is I think I've attracted the gift of listening and being a good listener, because people just sometimes they just talk and you're like, well, I didn't want all that, but like it's important just to listen and to advise them in a way where they can just like not do the thing where they want to like they wanted to do. Like sometimes people come to me with like what they wanted to do. I'm like, no girl, don't do that. Don't do that. That's gonna lead you in a bad path. But like usually sometimes like they listen and sometimes they don't. But at least you did your due diligence of spreading the word in a Christian like form, you know what I mean? Or like even if, for example, like people who have boyfriends are like, leave the man alone. He don't want you. But you keep like people who keep going back, And I'm like, why? And I just feel so bad for these people. But like, I mean, it's their choice at the end of the day. But hopefully something that I've said sticks to them. Or afterwards, maybe it's not now, but like that's afterwards.
Have you guys ever have had to defend your Christianity in the workplace? That's one of the situations I haven't been in that yet. Never wanted to be in. And I think I have witnessed people like trying to defend their faith. And it's like, I don't think this is a time where we can argue about anything right now. And that's what kind of like where you have Christians in the workplace and they don't talk about their Christianity. So how is other people going to talk about their Christianity?
It's going to always keep the same, because Christians just are going to be like, I'm going to keep my Christian outside of the workplace and then it's fine over there. But it's like Christ is supposed to encompass all of our world, our workplace, our school, our job, wherever we're going. We're supposed to be an ambassador for Christ, right? Exactly. So it's like super hard, but I mean, like, I think we just need to always try it, because then it's like we're evangelizing to our co-workers, right? Like just as you would evangelize to a community or like next door or something like that. Like that's what we're supposed to do. I was going to say like fear catches us a lot too, and overthinking. You're like, oh, what are they going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say like when you said like we might be the only people that they actually see that are Christians, and like reading the word or whatever. I was talking about like how you light a lamp and like you don't just cover it and put it somewhere. Like no, you have to put it somewhere and let it be lit so that people can see it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what we are called to do, right? Like God is not just going to place us in an environment where we're comfortable. That's why when we get to the workplace, it's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. When we get to certain areas where it's just like, there's not many Christians around here. That's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But we need to be in those places because there's a lot of darkness in those areas. A lot of people suffer. And if they don't have Christians in that area where they can see like, listen, like they're struggling with something and they're able to go through life with some type of joy or peace, you know? And they're like, it's kind of like, what is that they have? Like, I'm trying to figure that. And,
I think one person even walked into the gym because I work in the downtown area. It's like, they walked in, it's like, Eric, I like your vibe. You know? And I just try to be the light for people, you know? Because downtown's kind of rough. And,
it is. A lot of people struggle, especially with COVID right now.
Yeah, you have to be that light.
Like, there's so mentally people are unstable. Yes. And emotionally. Yes.
That's why when people are arguing on the phone with me, why are you doing this? I'd be like, yo, there's probably reason why this person is acting like that. Yeah. Like
people don't think like that though. They automatically want to go to defense mode or attack the person. It's like, do you know what's going on in their day that morning? You don't know. So that's why I show people. That's why I have the grace and the humility and the compassion for people when they're arguing with me or they're mad. Or I even show like we're supposed to have like 10 people in the gym or something like that. And a guy would work out with his wife, but we canceled all guest privileges, right? And I'm saying, yo, just bring your wife, man. Why pay for it? Like, you know, just be the light. And he, like, that's priceless to him. Like, he's like, oh my gosh, Eric, thank you. But
and I think also, like, sometimes people need a lot of encouragement and they don't get that often. And, like, even today, I was telling my manager, like, I seen something about her that has changed because before you can tell, like, she was really, like, life was really, like, it was like a weight on her. And I was telling her, like, listen, I like what's going on with you. I can tell that you're happier. Like life is bringing you some type of joy. And it's cool because some people, they think like, oh, my change, nobody sees it, or like what I'm doing, nobody can see it. But like, if you can see something that is positive about somebody, definitely say it. Because, encourage people. Because it'll make them feel like, okay, something that I'm doing is working. Yeah. You know, it's not like I'm just doing something and nobody can see it. And a real encouragement, don't you? Don't just say it just because. But if you actually physically, like, you can actually see something different. That will make someone's day, like, I'm telling 10 times better. It will make their day better, for sure. One compliment can just boost because then after they'll be like, okay, maybe that day they wanted to give up, and now somebody has said something, or we said something, or you said something, and, like, it's like, whoa, like, they noticed it? Say something like, I like your hair. I like the way you've been acting. I like your sense of style. Your energy or something. Yeah, your energy is great. That's one of the best compliments. Like, I love your energy. Yeah. That is real great. So... but yeah, so guys, what's your moral of the story? I'm just ending off with the encourage one another and be bold. It's hard. Yes, that's really important. Boldness, especially for me. But no, but how do you? No, but the thing is, but you work to. But some people are timid. But the thing is, some people are timid. I've been in this space. I've been in this space for too long. I gotta kick it up a notch. You have to remember, it's not our own strength. It's by the Holy Spirit. Yes. You have to ask for confidence. You have to ask for boldness. You can't just expect to change because you just want to change. You know what I mean? There's so many stories in the Bible where, like, there's people who are timid and like, listen, God, I don't know why you talk to me about using me. I can't do it. I'm gonna press play and just look at everyone. Literally, like, like, you know what I mean? It's like, there's so many people in the Bible who are like, you literally think like that's the word. Like, I don't even think, God, why would you even pick that person? Like, the confidence they have is zero. But you literally have to ask for it and like really seek it, because you can't do it by yourself. It's more so the music thing with me. Yeah, but you still have to ask for it. But that's just be like, lead me, Holy Spirit. Help me choose the right music or whatever. Or be bold enough to be like, can we add one song in here that I like, you know, like, or something like that, just to make it seem like, not even make it seem, but like, how can we make pop music so regular or so accepted, but we can't make gospel music accepted? And it's not even like, it's like compared to as an inspirational song. You get what I mean? Yeah, like, people are okay with inspirational songs, but if they mention anything God or religious, what's that song? Gets like, whoa, what's that song like, by Logic? 1-800, the Suicide song. I don't want. What is it? You gotta sing it. Hey, you guys don't know the song? No, I probably know, but it's a Suicide Aware song, and it's very slow and very touching. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna say one thing, because there's a song by Juice WRLD, and he has this song, I forgot what it's called, Wishing Well. I already know Wishing Well, and the fact that you can play that. Is it a good song? Hold up. It's the fact that you can play that and someone sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna let you finish. But no, the fact that someone can say that and is pleading for their life on the song, and saying, guys, I need help. Right. I'm going through problems, and we're all looking at this as entertainment. Yes. But and that's crazy. That's super crazy. And then how he dies. Yes. Then we looked at like, damn, what can I have done better? Yes. But we're entertaining this. We're paying for this. Yes. We're loving this. Yes. But when he dies, it's like, oh. Yeah. Don't take drugs. But when he was here, he had so many problems. How come we didn't help him? And that's what I'm saying. So why are we pushing that kind of music out instead? Why don't you push Christian uplifting music that will give you some type of hope, some type of life, some type of joy, some type of peace? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's really crazy, and that's why it's important. Thank you. Whoever, wherever, if you're a Christian, play your music. We encourage you. Speak up. Yes. Play your music. Talk about something that is positive. Change the narrative where everything is about culture and like negativity. Negativity or something like sexual or whatever it is. Change that narrative, because a lot of people, once again, what you said before, they are suffering. But you'll never see it. They're suffering silently, but they're kind of putting little hints for you guys to see. But no one's really seeing, because everybody is just like looking at the other things that are happening. It's like, the guy's pleading, so what are we doing to help him? So that's why it's important. Be a disciple for Christ. We are called to be disciples. So I'm taking this serious. We should all take it serious. No, it's true, and it says in the Bible, love your neighbor as yourself. So you gotta love, and we always say that love. Honestly, it will conquer. Love conquers everything. Haters, back away. Satan, demonic spirits. Get away! Imagine if everyone could love in this world, like how much better, 10 times better it would be if someone just
gave someone this or help give a bus pass to someone or just like simple little things that
1 +
people
1 = 2, but
always have to be stingy about everything. And it's like, I can take that too. I can be a little stingy as well with some of my things, but Holy Spirit needs to
spread love. It's a Brooklyn way.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
So I'm not in. I don't know what they're.
So I interrupt your moral story.
No, that encourage one another and love one another and be bold, confident, and let the Holy Spirit give you.
You have to take mine.
That's all of our moral story.
For sure.
My moral of the story is be bold. If you need to go on church on Sunday, you do everything in your power to go to church on Sunday. If it's a letter, go get the letter. Because sometimes
don't conform to you.
Nah, man, until you get what you need because it's important to you, not because you want to conform and it's okay, let me just work Sundays. Nah, man. If it's important to you and it's important to Christ and the rest of to be a disciple, then do it, man. Don't be afraid. Choose the music that you want to choose and just be a light in your workplace. Be a light to other people because they need it.
Heal the world.
Make it a better place. What was it?
Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me.
And see, this is what happens when you start singing. You start getting
sidetracked.
No, you start thinking about. Oh my gosh, my voice was not bad.
I have a great.
I have a hidden voice.
Friend.
Guys, I enjoyed this episode a lot.
That was good.
This is a really good episode. Just, coming into this episode, kind of had, overthinking thoughts.
But overthinking thoughts.
That's how the enemy comes.
Overthinking thoughts.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't think so, but it's okay.
I always catch that in his wording. It's
overthinking thoughts. I don't care.
It's a new phrase. Overthinking thoughts.
We can use that.
But
can I close it?
Yup.
But I'm not gonna do that's all, folks.
Wait, we have to tell them.
I know.
Tell them what to do because the boy's trying to get 50 cents a week.
Okay, we're almost done.
Wait, come on.
You guys
watch this video and then you don't subscribe.
Yes. And how do you listen and not follow?
Yes.
Come on,
bro. What do you do that at?
What does that have to be, bro? Sis?
Aunts?
Uncles?
Yes.
Child? Teenager?
He, she, we?
Child? Whoever you are, at this
God
point,
loves you.
You got this far. You might as well subscribe and share. Okay, that's all. We're almost to 100. So please share with your family, friends. Listen, those aunties, uncles who don't know how to get to YouTube, share the link. Them. Yes, share the link.
Yes, your mom's YouTube is open on the phone. Go to the Juxtaposition podcast and subscribe. Boom, and that's it.
Anyways, also follow us on the Juxtaposition podcast _ and
on Instagram.
Yes, I was going to say on Instagram. We post videos here and there. Not here and there, but we're consistent, so not here and there. So, I think that's all for now.
Comment down below about the episode.
Tell me how good I look or something like that.
We like to hear.
Tell me how good I look.
Tell me what's.
Tell us how good we look because we cute.
We
cute.
Period.
We cute.
Period.
Okay, so close this up.
I think that's all for now.
Enthusiasm.
That's all for now. We love you. We appreciate the support.
Yup.
And we'll be back next week.
Yup. Consistency. Feed the streets, baby.
Next week is gonna be fire though.
Feed the streets, baby. That's what we do.
It's gonna
feed the streets.
Fire. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
But as for right now, watch this over and over again.
Stay in the moment, dog.
So, anyways, we love you. We appreciate you, and we are out.
Toodles.
Bye. Once again, like I said, have a good day or night. Sorry.